right, y'all, our first fish of the day. We are back at it again over here at Hart's Lake in Roy. I'm just bored, just want to come out and see if crappie is still biting, and obviously they are. Just gotta know how to find them. We'll probably just keep a few to take home today. It would have to be at least a 9-incher and up to keep. I don't want to keep anything that's less than that. I'll let the little one grow up, let it get big, so we can catch him the next time around. And here's another one. He looks about 9, but we're gonna go ahead and leave him. Oh, I hooked him good. So let me show you guys how I catch them. So if you can see here on my screen, I have a school of fish right under me at 14 feet of water. What I'm doing is just vertical jigging. Drop my jig down and just jig. So right now they're off from my screen, so they could be to the left side of me, or they could be to the right, or they're just roaming around. I don't know that. So far so good. I just want to see if there's any big ones in this lake anymore. I did catch numerous big ones out of here. So today we're just out here just killing time and having fun. And so far so good. Hopefully it continues. I don't see any fish on my screen at the moment. Okay, one just popped up. He is right under me. That could be a bass. I don't think that's a crappie, but sometimes the big one do tend to roam around by himself. He's just a loner, just like myself. So we're just gonna stay patient and just vertical jig here for a little while. We might have to actually start hunting for them. So you can see there on my screen, there's more popping up now. And on my side scan, it tells me it's right below me. Let's see if we can get him to bite. And what I do, guys, normally, usually just drop my jig down and just kind of give it a little shake on the tip of the rod. Not a whole lot, but you let the fish tell you what it wants. Sometimes you might have to play with the way you jig. Sometimes you just constantly if you see the tip of my rod there, just constantly just jig, 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 jig. And then when one strike it, okay. So I just had a nibble right there. So that tells you if you keep doing that and you get actual strike from it, that means they want the jig to constantly be moving. If not, just continue on. All right, y'all. So I have more showing here on the side scan right there, right side of me, roughly around 15 yards. Oh, and I had one that just striked it. So as you can tell so far, they're just roaming around, not really staying stable in one area. So I do have fish, which would be these right here. Those are fish actually on the right side of me. They are 40 feet to the right of me. And that's why I'm casting ahead of them and just kind of, there we go. Oh, I had one on. And like I was before I was interrupted, and just worked my jig back towards me. I count, so being the fact that it looks like they're gonna be around 8 to 10 feet down, I let my jig settle, count of maybe 4 seconds before I start retrieving slowly, little by little. These might be little fish because of the fact that they're not sticking really good. So as you can see, I'm letting it count down from 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second. Then I tighten up my line and just slow reeling. If you could watch what I'm doing here. Once every so often, I'll lift up and just start reeling slowly. There's one. Oh my God. There was one on. And we have fish right under us now. There we go. Oh my God, what the heck? We had another bite, y'all. Seems like they're short striking it. As you can see here, look at my screen, the left side of my screen or the right. Oh, that was a good knock. We have fish 10 feet down. We're in 13.5 foot of water. There's one. Oh my goodness. There we go. Finally got one. It is crappie, but it's awfully small. But As y'all see there, that's how I catch these crappies out here in Harts Lake, or anywhere else really. See this little nice cute little small one. And that's all we do, guys. Okay, we got more fish coming on our screen to the right side of us. So we're gonna cast ahead and let it drop down. Hopefully it'll drop down right in front of their face. That way we'll get a strike. Y'all see that right there? Look at my screen to the left side. We have a whole bunch of them that's coming on to our display. They are 10 feet down, so hopefully our bait is right on top of their face or their nose. Come on, buddy. There's some. Oh, okay, we had a strike there. It'd be nice if I have my niblet on me today, but I don't have it. So we're doing without. Okay, so I know what that is from just the way it bit. That's a yellow perch. So we're gonna go ahead and move on from this area. Go find another area that holds fish, and then we'll drop her back down and see if those are the type of species that we are after. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Once again, Lake Hopper here. Today I am on Harts Lake today in Roy. I'm just out here having fun with these crappie. So far we have caught around 3 to 4 fish, and by now I'm taking the opportunity to just do a little bit of an intro and welcome you guys to the channel. To all my subscribers, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for subscribing. And for those who have not yet subscribed to my channel, and if you're watching this video, please hit that subscribe button. If you don't want to subscribe, at least do me a big favor and hit that like button or comment about the video. Tell me if it's something that I need to do differently to gain your attention and or gain a subscription from you guys. That'd be highly appreciated. Without further ado, let's get back to it and let's get to fishing. All right, y'all, let's start talking about line and tackle. Let's start off with line. Let me tell you guys the type of line that I use when it comes to fishing for panfish, crappies, and sometimes bass too. What I use is an 8-pound or 6-pound. This one's a 6-pound fluorocarbon. I use in between from 4 to 8 pound fluorocarbon line. 6 pounds seems to be in the sweet spot. The only time that I use 8-pound fluorocarbon would be when I'm fishing for bass, drop shotting and whatnot. Other than that, when it comes to crappie and panfish, most of the time, if not 100% of the time, I'm using 6-pound fluorocarbon. And the reel, when it comes to reel, I'm using a 1,000 size reel. Most of the time, if I don't find 1,000 size, then I'm going ahead go up with a 1,500. 2,000 would be the max when it comes to panfish. And then rod, what I'm using when it comes to rod is St. Croix Victory. This one I have here is a medium light action rod. It's a little bit overkill, but it's highly sensitive. It has a lot of backbone, but for the beginners, if you want to get started into panfish and whatnot, what I would recommend would be a light action rod. This one here is a 7'1" rod, 7'1" inches. So if you want to get started with it, that's what I normally would recommend. All right, y'all. So we know the area that we just fished that holds some few fish. And what I'm doing now is just pedaling around, trying to see if I can find a bigger school of fish that holds a bigger fish. Right now, I'm not seeing anything. I noticed that the location that we were at earlier, they were in around 13 to 14 feet of water. So I'm trying to target that depth throughout the lake to see if I could see some kind of pattern, to see if all the fish are actually holding within that range. Okay, so it looks like there's a stump here. We just knew. Normally this lake doesn't have a stump or anything, but I'm seeing stumps, so I'm gonna try to see if I could go right back on top of it. The stump is around 12 feet down, and I see some fish holding in the stump. I don't know if the camera could capture it. It's right there. Those little white dots within the stump, or lay down timber or tree or branch, whatever it is down there, they're holding on to it. And it is on the right side of me. Let's see if we could pull 1 or 2 out of there. Oh, let's see, we could even get a strike. Okay, looks like I passed it. So we're just gonna stop and let the current kind of work our boat right on top of it. I should be in the right depth when it comes to my bait. Oh my God, that was one, and that was a big one. There we go, that's the big one. That's a bigger one. There you go, guys. That's all it took. Understanding your graph and what you're looking at when it comes to the fish finder helps out a lot. That's going to depend on your productivity when it comes to catching fish. That's going to help you with locating and or catching. So understanding your graph is highly, I would say 100% of the time recommended. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, this is a keeper. This one's a keeper. You see what I mean, y'all? This is vertical jigging at its finest. And it's hooked, look, right on top of the mouth where it needs to be. When that happens, they are not coming off. This guy looks to be around 10 inches or so. We're gonna go ahead and keep this guy. Thank you, buddy. All right, we got one keeper so far. Let's catch us a few more, y'all. Hopefully. I never count my eggs before they're hatched, so I have a friend that actually very confident in his fishing skills, which is nothing wrong with that. But when you start, being overly confident and saying that you're gonna slay these crappies or whatnot, and the minute you get out there, boy, you'll see you're not gonna be slaying anything. All right, we're out of range. Let's get back to the range that we need to be, which is gonna be around 13 to 14 foot of water. If I drift off and getting blown into 10 foot of water, then I work myself back out to the 14 foot of water depth level, and then let the wind kind of drift me back, and do it over and over again until I come across a fish or catch a fish or get a strike. All right, we got one on. All right, he's a keeper also, looks like. He's every bit of 9 to 9.5. I do have my measurement. Let me go ahead and get it, so that way we make sure that these fish that we keep is going to be within the size limit that we want. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. All right. Here we go. Let's take a look. He is 10 inches, y'all. You see that right there? He is every bit of 10 inch. So he is the keeper. Yes, 2 keepers so far. And we have more fish right on the right side of us. Let's get back on top of there, and then let's pull up another one. So we're starting off, look at the depth here, 14 feet of water. And I'm just gonna let the current work my position right back to maybe 10 feet of water. And if I don't get any strike, then I'm heading back out to 14 like I said. Let's see if that worked. Can we get a bite before then? There is fish under me on the right side. Oh, I miss him. That was a big one because I did not feel the bite. What I'm doing is just jigging. The minute I start hopping my bait and whatnot, I had a heavy sensation feeling on the tip of my rod. Let's bring this bait up just a little bit. So if you see the tip of my rod, what I'm doing is just like so, just kind of hop it. Being that there's already current, I don't have to move it too much. There was a strike, but that strike, I believe, is bluegill. It has that erratic, fast, rapid. You like the sound effects? But you guys get the drift. Okay. And once in a while, I would just keep my rod there and just don't move it, being that, you know, it's a little bit of wind right now, and there is a little bit of, you know, well, how you say that? There's a little bit of disturbance within the top of the water. As you can see, a little bit of ripples and whatnot. That pretty much translate to the bait down there actually is moving by the current. If you guys know what I mean, I got one. Let's see, there's a nice one, another nice one. So you let the current do the work for you. You don't so much have to exert a lot of energy to catch these fish. Oh no. I think he's, oh, excuse me. I think this guy's got to be at least 9. Almost 10. He is that keeper. So you don't have to do a whole lot when to come to fish or to catch these fish, especially this time of year. It is October right now, first week of October, and we're still catching fish. We're still catching fish. Okay, so I am at 12 foot now. I'm gonna go ahead and work my way back out to 14 foot of depth and do it all over again. Let's drift right back on top of them. I see fish right on the right side of me. So what I'm gonna do is cast to the right a little bit and let my line sink down. Okay, we are at 14 feet of water. There's fish there to the right of us. Hopefully we could get them to attack our bait. There's a school of 4 to the right side of us here, and then 4 more right on the back of that school. But they are not biting, or my bait hasn't reached where it needs to be. I am still at 13 feet, so we haven't moved much because there's not that much current. There's one. Another nice one. Another keeper, looks like. And that's all I do. And look at the screen. I am in 12.2 feet of water. So we move a couple of foot or so, and we got ourselves one. I don't think this is, he's close to 9. He might be 9. You see there, he is exactly at 9 inch. We'll go ahead and keep him. And let me clean this measuring board. It's so much lime from all the fish that we've caught. So we need to clean this real quick so that way y'all can see exactly the measurement or the size of the fish that we're taking home. All right, let's work our way back up to the 14-foot depth and drop our line. We'll continue doing this till it stops working. So far it's been working. Okay, our line's down. So we kind of went over our depth a little bit. We're at 15 really, 14.7 feet. We just drift on back to 14.5, 4, but we're good. We'll just let the current do its thing. And once in a while, what we do is just hop our bait. But other than that, we're keeping it totally still. There's one. Oh my gosh, this is a bluegill. This is a bluegill. This is a bluegill. He's a good one. Look at that. Y'all see that right there? That's a bluegill. So he's pretty big for this lake or any lake. Let's see. I just want to see. Let's see what size he turned out to be. Look at that, y'all. He is 9 inches. A bluegill, 9-inch bluegill. That's crazy. We'll keep him also. Those are actually good eating, so we'll have a little fish fry with him eventually. So we're at 13.5. What I want to do is nose my kayak here to around 13, 14 feet again. All right, let's go. Here we go. 14.3, 14.4. Let's work our way back. Let's drift on back. If the wind's not working in my favor, what I do is put my kayak in reverse and just give it a couple flutter. So that way we're drifting back towards the 12-foot to 10-foot area. We got 3 fish on our screen. That's on the bottom of us. They are to the right side of us. Let's see this one. There's one. Like I was saying, let's see. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, calm down, buddy. Another good size. This guy must be 10 and a half. Oh my. Yeah. 10, 9, 10 and a half. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Don't you poke me. There you go. Another good crappie. Okay, we're back into our 13 and a half, 14 feet of water. You're gonna hear me say this a lot. I'm gonna sound like a broken record. Look at that, y'all. We're right on top of the school. Here's one. Another bluegill. Little smaller, but boy does he fight. We don't want him. Oh, I just missed one. There's one. There's one. This is crappie. And it's another nice one. We don't even have to measure him, but we will. He's got to be at least 9. Yep, a little bit over 9.
Yeah. Root, let's go. Turn the lights on, turn the music up. We ain't just cruising, we're partying. Yeah. Trucks in the lot, drinks on ice, bumping that bass, feeling real nice. Headlights flashing, crowd getting hype, dancing in the glow, we own in the night. Crank it up loud, we don't ever stop. Turn the volume up, let the speakers rock. Headlights and hype, it's a vibe that we ride. If you roll with Rue, then you know we get high. Yeah, I'm pulling up, slow truck rumbling deep. Got the squad in the back, cruising down the street, sipping on something with a little bit of shine. Windows down, feeling good, stars in the sky. Lights flicker, we the center of the scene. Boots on the ground, but my mind on the green. Country rap with the trap, mixing it clean. Speakers banging heavy, like a southern dream. Wheels spinning slow, but the party don't.
Alright, y'all. As you can see here, it is a beautiful weather out here today. Nice prime weather to come out and have fun. I'm so glad that the cloud went away and the sun shines started to come in. That kept us nice and cool throughout the 3-4 hours that we were out here. And as y'all can see, we had a blast. We have a blast. Can't ask for anything else. That is it for now until the next video. So like always, Lake Hopper out. See ya. GoPro, stop recording.